More answers, presented by Mazda BT-50. More is more.
Hello footy fans, Russell Barwick alongside Sam Kekovich for our weekly look at AFL. Thanks to the Mazda BT-50, plenty of big things, speaking of BT, to talk about in the world of AFL, including Geelong and their big fade-outs. They're starting to be a bit habitual, including Brisbane a couple of weeks ago, they got beat. Adelaide, they led by 5 or 6 goals, got beat.
Certainly have some concern at Chris Scott. There's no doubt about that. He was furious over the weekend. And, you know, you're right.
In fact, that would be a whole Scott family dinner conversation now, wouldn't it?
There's some parallels there. I think I know what you're alluding to. But more importantly, they've got that tendency, Geelong, at times to be a bit arrogant. Playing,
it's been like that all year, though.
Yeah.
They play 3 quarters and then they tick. I mean,
they become so dominant because they're such a good, skillful side that, you wonder what goes through their minds. But they obviously miss Stevie J and a couple of other players at crucial stages.
Do you think that when the whips will be cracking in finals times, it'll be when they switch on?
Well, obviously, I think gee whiz, if that's not the case with the start
but no, will this sort of inconsistencies bite them on the...
I think so. I think there'll be a sense of urgency there. They'll play the percentages and you won't see any blow-ups like that.
OK, the Gold Coast, chance of playing finals footy after an outstanding win over Collingwood. Gary Ablett was outstanding. The whole team was outstanding. They're going to win the Brownlow. They're going to win the Rising Star.
Will they play finals? Look, it's not beyond the realms. It's mathematically possible. I don't think they will.
They've got to win every home game going in.
But I think the win over the weekend certainly proved the fact that they belong and they've arrived.
Yes.
There's that sense of belonging. That's
only up, only ways up.
Only up and ahead now from here on in. They're a very, very good side. And if there are any sceptics out there or if there was any disbelief at all, that was eradicated over the weekend.
Well,
beating Collingwood.
Word came my way a week or so ago about the potential of Paul Roos being a coach not at Melbourne but at the West Coast Eagles, and it's now starting to gain momentum. Would Roosy be a good fit, and can you see John Worsfold's tenure ending soon? Now that they're going to miss the 8.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, and I think it's already a done deal, the fact that Worsfold he's going to resign at the end of the year. He's been a wonderful servant of the club.
I don't think you can resign at the end of the year now. I think you've got to go before things so that clubs can make changes.
Oh, no, I don't think it'll be the case with him. No. He's been such a loyal servant.
I know, but I think you'll find he'll say, look, I'm done.
Oh, well, okay, that may well be the case. Whether Paul Roos will go there, I'm not so sure, but he'll be a wonderful fit for the West Coast Eagles because they've still got a very, very good list. They've got some quality players there, and someone like Roos could certainly...
lure B. Franklin across.
Well, who knows some of the nuances that may evolve in the off-season and may lure a couple of big fish across the road with someone like a Paul Roos.
OK, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. That'll do it for this week. Thanks to the Mazda BT-50. We'll talk more AFL with Kekker and myself next week.